What is up, folks? Jorge Anito here. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome back. Guys, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving this week. And so, yeah, to start the week off, we're going to do another top 5 list. This is the top 5 Gaff cards or ad cards that come with our decks. And I know what you're thinking. We don't really see that many Gaff cards that's included in our decks. Maybe a double backer or something like that. But I just have to beg to differ because there are some decks out there that really do utilize that extra space, that extra 2 cards, and they monopolize on that. Is that a word? I think it is. I don't know. Anyway, they take advantage of those 2 extra cards, and they just don't leave you hanging. They hook you up with something fat. We know Snyder does that with these Black Roses, as well as just others. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. The top 5 Gaff. Alright guys, this is actually not number 5. This is the only honorable mention on this list, and that is this double backer right here. It is a double collared double backer. The reason I didn't include a double backer on the top 5 is simply because I personally don't use them enough. I can't remember the last time I actually did use one. However, I am a fan of the double backer that has this, dual collar on the other side. There's some interesting things you could do with that, obviously. So that is the only honorable mention on this list, the dual collared double backer. Coming in the number 5 position is the split card, or the split face card, or even a mispipped card, or a double pipped card. The reason I am such a fan of this is because you could do some powerful magic with this card. And I'm going to go ahead and give you one example. Say you force the 8 of spades on the spectator. Now you would want to remove the 8 of spades and the 2 of diamonds beforehand, but you're going to want to force the 8 of spades. And now if you get this card back in the deck, you could basically vanish the card. Because that card is split, I mean, you can even give this to the spectator. This card vanishes in their hands. That's the one, 8 of spades. But you see what I'm talking about. Because that card is split, when they fan through, when they go through, all they're seeing is the pip. And so you can do impossible miracles with this card. And so number 5, it is the split face Gaff card. Coming in at number 4 is a card with a card reveal on it. And I'm talking about these ones right here. I've included a couple from some different decks. This one was actually came with the Copag Gaff deck, along with this one too. But you don't have to buy a Gaff deck to always get these, because they are included in some deck. This is a cheap deck that I picked up at the dollar store, and it's actually made by Cardamundi. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing special, but check out that right there. That is so cool. This is the 3rd Joker you receive with just this dollar deck. You know what I'm saying? There's 2 other Jokers, identical, I believe, and then you get this one right here. You could do some great effects. Also included with the new Warrior cards that I just reviewed is identical Jokers, except for in the Hourglass you have 2 different reveals. You see just there the 4 of clubs and then the 9 of clubs. So coming in at number 4 is cards that have these fun, cool reveals on them. For the number 3 position, we have the double facer. This puppy is infamous. You could do so much damage with these cards. Thankfully, if you pick up a pack of the Pink Advocates, you get not only 1 double facer, but you get 2. And, oh, check it out. I have a little reveal right there on his hand, too. But anyway, yeah, you could do some crazy stuff with a double-faced card. Just to give you an idea, that effect I did called Lunchbox, I actually gave a tutorial on that. That uses a double-faced card. Pair this with a double backer, and you could do some magic with that as well. You can split cards. You do one of them. Obviously, I'm just kind of throwing some ideas out there, but this is my number 3 top Gaff card, the double face. For the number 2 spot, We're getting right down there, and if you guys know me, I've been around the channel for any amount of time, you'll know how much I love this Gaff card because you could do so much with it. I mean, it's just intense, the ideas that I've had for this card, the different things that I've done with this card. It's just amazing. Angle Zero and Angle Z Gaff card is absolutely one of my all-time favorite Gaff cards ever. There's only one other position, the number one spot, so you know what could beat this, right? But man, I really do love this. Remember, I did the one effect where I'm actually grabbing the card by the corner that's not there, and actually rotating it around. I did the dinosaur chomp with it. I did a full-on torn and restored using a Himber wallet. And this is, of course, after I do the actual Angle Zero phase, or I end with the Angle Zero phase. Recently, I just did the, Angle Tweezy, which is combining the magic tweezers with the Angle Zero Gaff. There's just a lot of things you could do with this card. The sky's the limit. This isn't a one-trick pony. You could do all sorts of things with this. Number 2, Angle Zero. And for the final position, the number 1 spot, the number 1 Gaff card of all time, my favorite Gaff card of all time, and that is the Humble Duplicate. You guys all know what you could do with these. Card to Impossible. I love this card so much, and I've utilized this thing on so many occasions. It's just my all-time favorite. And there are several decks that includes a duplicate. You know, you have some of the knock decks that include it. Most Madison decks include it. This is the Twisted Artistry. There are just several decks. Gemini, which is mainly a cardistry deck, they choose to include a duplicate on occasion, and so it's just one of those cards that for me, you know, it's practical, it's so useful, it comes in more than handy. It just, this little card provides you with the ability to do absolute miracles and blow minds. And so guys, there you have it, my top 5 Gaff cards of all time. Alright my friends, I hope you enjoyed that. If this is your first time here, why don't you go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. While you're at it, leave a like, leave a comment. It really does help me out. It encourages me to keep putting out this content. And yeah, so stay tuned also for December. Have a ton of really cool videos. In my mind, I think really cool videos coming your way. We talked about Gaff cards today. I actually have 2 all-out effects, 2 full routines that involves Gaff work. This is something I don't normally do, but I'm dipping my toes into it, so to speak. I always did Gaff stuff here and there, but you guys know my main thing is sleight of hand. However, in the month of December, I have 2 really good effects that I'm happy to bring to the table. I hope you guys enjoy them, as well as just some other really interesting videos I think you guys will find unique. And if anything, interesting. But hey, I appreciate the support. Thanks for always leaving comments and showing love. Jorge Anito here, signing off. Be blessed.